How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the now infamous, at least, H&M ad that you could see right here over my left-hand shoulder. The little boy in this hoodie that says "Coolest Monkey in the Jungle." This was featured on the H&M UK website. You could buy it for, I don't know how many euros it was, like $7.99, but it was on there. It caused a lot of furor. People got really upset, really triggered. A lot of celebrities, regular people. We'll get to that after we get through with the article, or as we're reading the article. We'll talk about the celebrities and whatnot who got triggered. I didn't really want to do this video, honestly. I was just trying to let it go. It was going to be something that was here today, gone tomorrow, forgotten about, not really a big deal. But now I'm seeing a lot of different reactions to it online. The mother has come out and said something about it. You see the headline on the top left-hand corner, which says, "Mother of boy in H&M's coolest monkey ad says, get over it." Now, to give you a little bit of background before we get into the actual article, the mother lives in Sweden, which is where H&M is headquartered. And if I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong about H&M being a Swedish company, please let me know what country they're from in the comments below. But basically, she's saying you guys are just too much. And from the way she's talking, you'll see that also in the article. From the way she's typing her stuff on Facebook, I can tell that she's probably from UK and moved to Sweden later, because she's most certainly not typing in Swedish. But we're going to get into the article here. This story is kind of wild, but in my opinion, there's nothing to be really worried about. And the subhead under this picture of the mother on the left and the little boy obviously on the right says, "Terry Mango and her son featured in the controversial H&M ad for a hoodie that read "Coolest Monkey in the Jungle." All right. Now, the mother of a black child who was featured in the controversial H&M ad for a hoodie that read "Coolest Monkey in the Jungle" said that people calling it racially insensitive need to get over it. And by the way, you see that right here. Right next to what I just read, it's another article that says H&M apologizes for "Coolest Monkey in the Jungle" ad featuring a black child. They did apologize for it. I'm not really sure what happened, if it was an oversight, if somebody was trying to be funny on a slide, or if it was just a matter of, you living in Sweden. It's not an American company. The mother is not American. The little boy is not American. So the concept of race as it relates to black people may not be the same over there. Or it could be a lot of different reasons, but I don't think that H&M, the company, like from a high level executive position, said, you know what would be a good thing for us if we put this monkey ad out there. Maybe it was to get a lot of attention due to the outrage cycle that happens online. That hoodie is probably a bestseller right now because it is still being sold on the UK website. But I digress. Let's get back to the article. In a series of since deleted Facebook posts, the mom, Terry Mango of Stockholm, Sweden, said she didn't support the backlash over the ad, which even prompted The Weeknd to end his partnership with the brand. Now, if you don't know, The Weeknd is a music artist. I'm not going to play any of his music right here because they will copyright claim it, but you can Google him. He is a very popular pop artist, basically. And he came out on Twitter, Instagram, or somewhere talking about, "Oh, I'm ending my partnership with them, this, that, and the third." I had no idea he was with them, but I digress yet again. And her Facebook post reads, like I said, when you read this, if you know anybody from UK and how they talk and all that, that's kind of how they write. To translate it into American English, it says, "I'm the mom, and this is one of hundreds of outfits my son has modeled. Stop crying wolf all the time. Unnecessary issue here. Get over it." And I think the crying wolf part is something that we should kind of key in on for a moment, because that happens a lot, especially online. When people talk about racism, they always say that it's somehow some kind of it's always a reason why a person is a victim. And most of the time, the reason is invalid. So I think the crying wolf thing here is very appropriate to say, because the problem is when you cry racism all the time, even in the most minute of situations, when real racism happens, nobody really wants to believe it or take it as seriously as it should be taken. Mango continued, "If I bought that jumper and put it on him and posted it on my pages, would that make me racist? I get people's opinion, but they are not mine. And you can see her Facebook post on the screen before you. And I will put this in the description box below because they've been deleted, but this person, Huncho, has screenshotted them so you'll be able to see it in full for yourself. Another message, Mango said she has been to all her son's modeling shoots and was with him when he modeled the hoodie in question. Quote, everyone is entitled to their opinion about this, unquote, Mango wrote. Quote, I really don't understand, but not because I'm choosing not to, but because it's my way of thinking. Sorry. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. And the thing about these kind of hoodies is that it might not have even been what he was wearing at the time, because sometimes what they do with these photo shoots, not all the time, hashtag not all the time, sometimes what they do is they put a person in a blank shirt and then they Photoshop inscriptions on them. Sometimes they'll give you the actual shirt, but sometimes they don't. Like, this is a very simple shirt. It doesn't have any kind of design on it. All it has is just the inscription, coolest monkey in the jungle. He could have been wearing a blank hoodie and then they Photoshopped the color and the inscription on him. But, you know, you really can't tell, because the thing about it is people don't understand. You see how much a hoodie costs, €7.99 euros for a hoodie, which is very cheap. Okay. It's going to be more than that in US dollars, but I think even in European standards, that's still pretty cheap for a hoodie. You have to understand these photo shoots take a lot of money to actually have happen. The lighting, the photographer, the setting, and then being able to book these kids and their parents. You got to feed them and stuff like that. They got rights, they got unions, they got lawyers. Sometimes they'll give you pretty much nothing for it, but sometimes they got to give you a lot if you're going to be on a website that's seen all over the world, right? So they're trying to save money you know, in certain situations to cut down on how much a photo shoot is going to cost. Like for even inanimate objects like makeup and stuff, you're talking about into tens of thousands of dollars to do one photo shoot for a website on the bare minimum. If you're talking about Revlon, all that kind of stuff, it really goes up there. You're talking about inanimate objects that don't move, that don't have union lawyers or nothing like that. But when you're talking about human beings, it's a much different story. You know, human beings, you got to have different humans. You got to, you know, deal with their parents. You got to deal with agents, lawyers. You got to feed them. You got laws. You got all kind of stuff. So it's very expensive to have these photo shoots go on. So many times they'll use blank shirts. So that could have been the case here. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Whatever the case may be, the mom is not really trying to hear what you got to say. H&M apologized for the ad on Monday. We're deeply sorry that the picture was taken, and we also regret the actual print, the company said in a statement. See, that's a key thing right there. We're sorry that the picture was taken, and we also regret the actual print, which means that the picture could have been different than what the actual end result was, which is just what I said. It could have just been him in a blank shirt and then add the inscription later. Therefore, we've not only removed the image from our channels, but also the garment from our product offering. The statement continued, it's obvious that our routines haven't been followed properly. This is without any doubt. We'll thoroughly investigate why this happened to prevent this type of mistake from happening again. I said that on the live stream too, that it probably was a mistake. It was a quality control error that they just, you know, did an automated process and then put that inscription on the boy, not thinking about what it's going to do. But maybe somebody in the back trying to be funny just did that to kind of like sabotage them, or it could have been a way to generate ad money and dollars. Shout out to Kiki Green. She was on my live stream yesterday. We were talking about this. She was saying, hey, they probably did that on purpose to get, you know, a lot of attention because they know that black folks are going to act up and see this and really react. It's a way of getting cheap publicity. So that could be it right there. The article continues, NBA megastar LeBron James and Manchester United forward Romelu Lukaku are among the many who spoke out against the ad. Now, this right here, hold on, can you see it? Okay, you see my mouse on the screen. This right here, this was on the Instagram post, and I'm going to just go ahead and beam over to the Instagram post to see it there. And you see what they did. You see the Photoshop, right? They put the crown on the boy's head, call him king of the world, got these little rays of light coming from him, and then the king. So rather than him, you know, being a monkey or whatever, now all of a sudden he's a king. which is very interesting. And you see this is on LeBron James's Instagram. And the caption here says, H&M, you got us all wrong. And we ain't going for it. Straight up. Enough about y'all and more about what I see when I look at this photo. I see a young king, the ruler of the world, an untouchable force that can never be denied. We as African Americans will always have to break barriers, prove people wrong, and work even harder. Hold on. I kind of went ahead of myself here. And work even harder to prove we belong. But guess what? That's what we love, because the benefits at the end of the road are so beautiful. Live, laugh, love. Hashtag love my people. I guess these are like emojis of kings and queens right here. Very interesting. This has over 1,143,000 likes, which is wild. He's not the only one that said something. You had Charles Blow. This guy is from New York Times. He also appears a lot on MSNBC. He's really a nut. And you see what he says here. He's triggered about it. Another Twitter profile, Models of Diversity. I guess these are people that supply brands with models that are so-called diverse. And then you see what they say, H&M, and then H&M UK got the bright idea to feature a black boy model with Coolest Monkey in the Jungle hoodie on his website. How on earth can this be? Shame on you. And then this is the tweet from the Weeknd. This is the guy I was talking about earlier, the pop star. He says, woke up this morning shocked and embarrassed by this photo. I'm deeply offended and will not be working with H&M anymore. That's kind of a drastic reaction, don't you think? You're just going to like, okay, I see this picture and I'm offended. I'm just going to stop my relationship with them business-wise. Why not just talk about it and see what's really going on rather than just going full nuclear like that? But I digress. Let's get back to the article and wrap it on up. And of course, this right here, this is what LeBron was saying. And they say that the image is still on his website. This is a little bit of a video down here. And that's pretty much the end of the article. My thoughts are that this is a nothing burger. It's nothing to get really out and offended about. I think there are much more important things we have to worry about as black people. Let's worry about the economy. Let's worry about being able to build infrastructure for ourselves. Let's worry about the crime rate. Let's worry about the abortion rate. Let's worry about things that actually make a difference in our lives rather than this hoodie. This hoodie is really irrelevant. You know what? I think that as I close here, I think that we focus on things like this, the hoodie and microaggressions and things that really don't matter because we can control those things. And it's easy for us to kind of control it. But when you're talking about things that really matter, like I said, maybe we don't have so much control. Maybe it's difficult for us to really sink our teeth into a really impactful thing. So, I mean, I don't have too much more to say. I just want to say that this whole thing was overblown. It's not really a big deal. It probably was a mistake or somebody trying to be funny and or trying to incite us to get us as black folks and other people who are not black. A lot of white folks are triggered about this too. Of course, your white liberals want to be triggered for us all the time and want to incite us to be triggered. It's a way to get us to give them some publicity and attention. And the only reason why I'm doing this video is because I've been asked about it so much. The mom came out. I really want to defend the mom here because people were saying that the parents are to blame, the mom is to blame, and all this and that. They were saying all these negative things about her, but it's like you don't even know this person. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. You don't know where she's from, her life story. You know nothing. So I think it's unfair to just throw her under the bus, right? I think people just need to get all the information in before they make a snap decision. And even if you are offended, I think there are more important things to be offended about. I'm not saying you can't be offended, but I'm just saying let's get our priorities in order and focus on more important things. But what do you think? Do you think that the H&M sweatshirt is racist? If you think that way, then do you think it was done intentionally? Do you think that H&M did that like from a high level executive position? They did that to intentionally just be mean, like demean black people? Is that what you think? Do you think it was somebody trying to be funny in the back, some intern or something, want to be snarky, want to be kind of sneaky on the slide, doing little what they call sneak disses, right? To disrespect somebody in a backdoor, undetected way? Do you think it was a mistake? Was it probably an automated batch system where they put the inscription on the boy, or they just handed him the shirt and told him to put it on and weren't really thinking about the racism that could be implied from it? Like I said, this is a Swedish company. They're not American. The mother and the boy are also not American. She probably came from UK and then moved to Sweden. Okay. So what do you think is really going on here? Is it a nothing burger? Should we not waste our time with it? Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.